Welcome back to Unboxed, everyone. Today, we are going to be dealing with anxiety. Anxiety is basically your body's natural response to stress. It is a very normal emotion, and it is also the fear of the unknown or the apprehension of what's to come. For example, that feeling that you get on your first day of school, if you have a test to take, before a job interview, if you're driving in heavy traffic, if you're nervous about airplanes, and so many more things. Now, that feeling can be short-lived, or as you are experiencing the situation that caused you to feel anxious, you might calm down a bit. For example, when you're giving a speech or you have to make a presentation, your palms are so sweaty, they're clammy, you feel nervous, you can feel your heart pounding, you could just feel this discomfort in the pit of your stomach, and you're shaky, you're nervous, you're not sure what's going to happen. But as you go along talking, and you're giving your speech, then this lessens and you see that things tend to flow. There are many different types of anxiety disorders, and the way people experience them can be very different depending on what it is that they have. For some persons, it's just that butterfly feelings. For others, it's heart racing and that out of control sensation. And sometimes it might even be nightmares or panic attacks. There is also that general sensation of fear or worrying or overthinking and just feeling very, very nervous. Anxiety can make us feel a lot of things. And because we're not thinking, first thought is, okay, all of these things are equal to anxiety. We end up running from doctor to doctor, trying to figure out what's wrong, doing so many tests, everything comes back normal. I'm worried that I may have a heart condition, so I'm going to do a heart test, but the doctor said everything is fine, nothing's wrong there. I go do all the blood work that I can think of. Nothing shows up. What is going on? Why am I feeling the way I'm feeling? So, let us talk about some of these things that you could be experiencing that might just say it's anxiety, so that you can have an idea going forward and not feel so lost and confused. The signs and symptoms that you may feel include things like panic, fear, uneasiness, feelings of doom or danger, problems sleeping, not being able to stay calm and still, cold, sweaty, numb, or tingling hands or feet, a shortness of breath, breathing faster than normal, your heart racing, a dry mouth, nausea, tense muscles, dizziness, overthinking a problem again and again, difficulties concentrating and focusing, avoiding certain places or objects because it drives fear, headaches, stomach aches, sweating, dizziness, nervousness, restlessness, anger, or irritability. Now, those are just a lot of signs and symptoms that you may be experiencing, but they're not all what you're going to experience all at once. The things that you experience also depends on the type of anxiety that you experience. But if you're feeling any of these, definitely go see a doctor, a professional, talk to them, let them know, and then they can take it from there and they can better figure out what type of anxiety you do have. With anxiety, we have so many stressors or triggers, and some of these could include things that we deal with on a very daily basis, such as a stressful job or work environment, a toxic area, driving or even traveling, genetics, because anxiety could run in your family and someone may have it. There can also be things like withdrawal from drugs or certain medication, even using substances such as alcohol or smoking cigarettes, even though Sometimes that first effect is calming your body down. It generally tends to drive more anxiety later on because it increases your stress levels. It can be a side effect of certain medications. It can come because of trauma that you've experienced in your life, either from your childhood or even your adulthood. Then there are things such as phobias. Phobias are basically irrational fears, and some of them include things like the fear of a crowded or open space, or fear of small spaces, or certain things like people are afraid of spiders, and so many more. We also have things like chronic illnesses, for example, heart disease, diabetes, asthma. Having a medical condition can definitely cause you to feel anxious. Having another mental health issue, for example, depression, that can also cause some anxiety. And when we mention substances, even things like caffeine.